The opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints expressed by the heathen of this podcast do not necessarily reflect the opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints of Jake and Kevin Studios. That being said, strap in and enjoy the ride.
Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of Diaries of a Distracted Driver. I just hit city traffic, so you know what that means. Gotta click on the voice memos. Actually, I was going back and forth about this, Diaries of a Distracted Driver. I really like that title. Here's the thing though, I'm gonna be moving to the city, and my drives aren't gonna be this anymore. I mean, I'm not going to have 30-40 minutes of driving. I'll have like 10-15, and it'll be city driving, and I don't know, I'd have to be a crazy, or I'd have to get used to it if I want to hold a phone in my hand while drinking coffee while driving in the city. I'm definitely going to smoke a lady with a stroller. So this very well might be the last episode of Diaries of a Distracted Driver. So we might pivot to the title Heathenistic Hell Ride. That was the original title, I think, that I wanted to put for the podcast, but I really like Diaries of a Distracted Driver, but I think Heathenistic Hell Ride makes a little bit more sense when we convert to, who knows what we'll convert it to, just a solo Kevin podcast, a Colonel Cum podcast. Yeah, if I get a wild hair up my ass, this, I guess, maybe I'll record episode 4 on the way home from work. I doubt it, but it is a possibility. God, dude, every time I try to change, I'm like, okay, this lane fucking sucks. We're standing still. I'll change lanes, and then the lane I'm about to change into slows down, and then my lane picks up. So I guess I don't look like a fool for changing lanes into the slow lane right when I turn slow and then leaving the fast lane, but I'm living life in the fast lane. Yeah. Dude, I had one of the worst, a couple of days ago, I had one of the worst rages on the highway of all time. We were going 80, and we all slammed on the brakes. Like, it was borderline scary. Like, oh fuck. Like, if I don't rear end this guy in front of me, I'm getting rear ended. And then, I am not kidding, 7 to 10 seconds later, we were accelerating back to 80 miles an hour. And here's the thing. There's a video on YouTube, and it's like how traffic works or something like that. And like the guy was explaining to me on why these stops happen, like why it can get to dead stop. But I mean, 80 miles an hour to dead stop to then back to 80. Ooh, like anything short of a jumbo jet, a UFO landing on the highway and then taking off at Mach speed just as fast as it came, the armor, that's the only excuse for how that happened. But yeah. So the fart is up with you guys. I'm trying to think. So I set up a phone number. There's the train. I set up a phone number for Jake. Okay, yeah. We can talk about Jake and Kevin. So Jake and Kevin, I think I said in the last one, me and Jake are pivoting to Jake and Kevin Studios. Now we're pivoting again to Jake and Kevin Do. Indubitably. Jake and Kevin Do, because we're trying to get into full swing on not only the podcast, not only some shorter form videos, but also we're trying to get in full swing on this app development. Did I talk about this already? Either way, we want it to be like the channel, the brand to be like, here's Jake and Kevin doing random things. And I guess for right now, it's mostly podcasts. Maybe I'll pivot the gaming to that channel. But another thing about like, we want to have a good balance of variety and like all the things we have, but also I don't want it to feel cluttered. I made a separate clips channel for Jake and Kevin clips. We haven't posted on that yet, but when we do, I'll keep you guys updated on that. I mean, if you know what, if you're a true fan of Jake and Kevin, then you don't really need the clips channel because you've seen everything in real time, live, baby. But if you want the clips, if you want to go back to the clips will be there. Okay, just letting you guys know that. I had a real butthole pucker of a police experience today. So if you guys have been doing any driving at all since the pandemic, I think the pandemic really killed speed traps. On my drive to work, not once have I seen a speed trap. Mainly I just see like police on the highway, probably just like driving to someone who just got murdered. But in terms of speed traps on the highway, I haven't seen them. But I still look out for them because I don't want to waste that time. I got pulled over once on I was doing 84 in a 70, and that's not even an egregiously fast speed. General egregious. That's my new name, actually. No one steal that. That's my new name. And I got pulled over doing 84, and then the cop had me like step out of the car and sit in the back of his seat while he processed everything, and it took like, I'm not kidding, like 35-40 minutes, and then he's like, I'm gonna let you off with a warning. And I feel like, I was like, at this point, like, you might as well take me to the brink. Waste all my time. I was going to a party, showed up fashionably late. Actually, thank you, officer. But yeah, so I was driving, and today, today I was flying. Oh, I gotta get over like Jehovah. Today I was flying, probably like 90 plus, but I was looking ahead. So I was looking ahead, and I see probably a half a mile up, there's a cop sitting at the median, at the whatever it is. So I was like, okay, I started slowing down gradually because I got a lot of time, and I was still going with the flow of traffic. It's not like I was the only schmuck out here living life, you know. I was going with the flow of traffic for the most part. I mean, I was kind of burning it, but dude, I just got it like into the city, and we're wide open. I don't know what happened. This is crazy. It just goes to show you all these dum-dums getting on the expressway when the regular highway is completely open. This is going to be a shorter podcast for you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, nope, here it is. Never mind. Disregard what I was saying. So I'm flying, doing 90 odd something, 92, and I see the cop in front of me, so I start slowing down. I'm slowing down. When I pass him, I'm doing 81. Now I know these numbers, because I know these numbers. And as soon as I pass him, he pulls out. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then like my heart just sinks. I was like, because I got a big meeting at work that I'm trying to get to, so I'm like, I'm gonna be late for that. There's gonna be a goddamn ticket. Like, I mean, if he pulled out now, it's because he clocked me all the way the fuck back there, because he has the sniper radar. I don't know how far the radar goes, but it's like radar, so I'm sure it's got a range on it. So I'm like, fuck, dude. And he gets behind me, and he's just tailing me. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And I'm like, come on, just fucking, like, let's get this over with. Hurry up. And he's tailing me. And then he, like, And then he changes lanes. But he starts, like, picking up speed so he can, like, get up to me. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's just going to pass me. And then we're driving, and he gets in the lane next to me, and then he just matches my speed. I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck? I mean, I don't, if there's any boys in blue out there that, like, know, like, this procedure, like, I don't know if he was looking for a black Camry, and he's like, all right, I gotta see what the hell's going on, because that looked like an Asian kid, but it could be the 6'5" bearded hillbilly that I'm looking for that just threw somebody off a 10-story building. But yeah, he matches me, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then he slows down and then gets behind me, and I'm like, okay, something's going on. So now I'm, like, starting to get, like, super self-conscious. I'm like, is, like, half of my car hanging off? Like, do I have, like, a kid, like, implanted in my grill? Like, why doesn't this guy just pull me over? But yeah, and then he gets behind me, and then I'm looking behind me, and then I look forward, and then I look behind me again, and he's, like, 3 lanes over to the right. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And he matches me again. I'm like, something is going on. And I was just ready to, like, just pull over and just let him make the call. But I honestly have no idea what that guy was doing. Like, I don't know if maybe he could sense that I was nervous and he was fucking with me, which, whatever. Kind of shitty, but he bested me in that. He bested me there, for sure. Yeah. So there was that story. Got my heart throbbing. Because, like, it went from, oh, shit, he caught me speeding to, I mean, did he catch me speeding? It's like, oh, he definitely caught me speeding. Wait, okay, he's like fucking checking me out. Like, do I have a sign on my car that says just Coke smuggler here? Maybe he just knew that I was General Egregious and just wanted to say hi. Colonel Cum has now been promoted to General Egregious. Take your pictures now. Yeah, so I'm recording this on Thursday, July 28th. Perhaps July 27th. I don't fucking know. And on August 1st, I'm moving into a new apartment. So that should be fun, right? In all theory. I don't know. There's a lot of tension going on with the roommates right now. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's just... Here's the thing. It feels like it's all the tension against me, but I really have a feeling that it's not that. But my egotistical narcissist brain just has to assume that it's everyone against me, because if it's everybody against everybody, that's not as fun for my brain. Dude, let's be honest. I was thinking about this, and I don't know why, but I'll talk about this with Jake, because I feel like he feels the same way. But I have this feeling, and it's not like, I mean, it's definitely very egotistical, but it's not like something that I'm doing consciously. But I just, most of the time, or at least when I'm in public, when I'm in public, I just think that everybody's watching me. Like, if I'm driving in my car and I'm like, and I'm doing this, I'm holding up a phone to my mouth, I just, like, think that everyone, like, driving next to me is like, oh, look at this guy. Like, what the hell is he doing, like, talking into the phone like that? And they're not. Or, like, if I'm at the gym, I think, like, oh, everybody's, like, watching, like, how I do this. But they're not. For some reason, it's, like, in my brain, like, I can't accept the fact that nobody pays attention to me. I'm not very pay attention toable, and maybe, but do you guys get this? Like, obviously, everybody wants to be the star of their own movie. Obviously, everybody is like the center of their own universe. But do you guys like think that you're the center of attention of other people? Because obviously, like, I snap out of it because I know that it's not true because we're having this discourse right now, even though it's just me. It's all of us. Okay. But yeah, like, I'll be like walking on the sidewalk and like I'll have like this unconscious, involuntary like drive to like, I don't know, like, oh, like, or I'll be thinking in my head, like, oh, people probably think, like, this guy is really, this guy's really trying to get somewhere. Like, when I was at school, and I would, like, just be walking to class, and, like, maybe, let's say, well, first of all, I'm the fastest walker on the sidewalk. If you find a faster walker, sign that guy up. But, like, I'm the fastest walker on the sidewalk, so when I would be speeding past people, I'd be thinking to myself, wow, everybody here must be thinking that I'm in a hurry. Like, whenever I do something in public, I think, like, oh, everybody must be thinking I'm doing this for this. Or, wow, this guy's this for this. And that's so stupid. No, the amount of times I've thought that to the amount of times somebody's actually thought what I was thinking that they're thinking is, it's probably fractions of a percent. It's probably not a great... I'm not getting in the Hall of Fame for that batting average. I'm not even making the All-Star game. I might not even start unless I play for the Cubs. Oh! The good thing about the Cubs stinking this year is that Cubs tickets will be cheap when we move. And I just love being at Wrigley. I don't know. The Cubs could stink and, like, people still fill it out. People still have fun. Obviously, yes, it was nice when we were good. It was nice when we had, like, all the guys, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Wow, I'm actually pissed that truck ended up passing me. That's a disgusting act by Randy Moss. Castellanos has a deep drive to left field. Oh God, I'm really putting myself in a fucking predicament here, boys. I hit a wall of traffic. I gotta get over 4 lanes in the next half mile. Let's see what we can do. I mean, we can... Oh my God, there's a smoke next to me. And she's got a doggy. I don't like... So here's another reason why that my thing about me being so egotistical and everybody looking at me is hilarious. It's because I almost never look into people's cars. Like, when I said there's a smoke there, it's the only reason I, like, noticed her is because she has, like, this cool curly blonde hair. Underrated. Girls with, like, curly hair. That's pretty sweet, yeah? Am I wrong? Ooh, hit the brake for no reason. Ooh. Where am I here? Alright, we're cooking now. But yeah, girls with curly hair, super underrated. Yeah, I like a nice curly hair. Alright, all the female listeners, I'm sorry, but we're gonna This one's for the fellas. I was thinking about this, and like, I feel like I don't notice, and I'm not saying like, oh, I'm like this like great guy, or like I like it, like I'm not trying to like build myself up here. I feel like I always got to preface everything I say with that. I'm such a piece of shit. I feel like I don't notice a lot of obvious flaws in girls' physical appearance, or like maybe it's like maybe not even flaws, like imperfections maybe, or like something that I could see them being self-conscious about, but like they shouldn't be because it's almost imperceivable. For example, like I feel like if I'm like watching a video or I'm scrolling through TikTok, yes, I know what I was saying in the last one, but I'm back on TikTok. I don't remember what I talked about in the last one, but yeah, me and Jake are doing this like TikTok thing, so I'm on TikTok. TikTok. Don't you love when everybody just drives the same speed for no reason? So no one can get in. Alright, hold on. I was wrong earlier about the half mile. It was a mile and a half. Squeeze me. Alright. When I was scrolling through TikTok, and like I'll be like, oh, this is a really pretty girl. And then the more I look at her and the more that she talks, sounds so shitty, I just start like noticing like all the imperfections, like, oh, her eyebrows aren't like the same. I don't know, her forehead's kind of big, her eyes are too close together. I start noticing all these things, but on first glance, on like first thing, like, and like she's still like pretty, but I just like notice all these things. But here's the thing, like if I'm talking to somebody, like I could picture a lot of like I could picture almost like anybody that I've met before, and I don't think like I can like, oh, her, like I've never done that to people in real life, at least, you know. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is I'm the best. I'm General Egregious. No, I don't. How did we get here? Oh, the smoking next to me in the car. Yeah, I never look into people's cars. Like when people pass me, when I drive past people, when I'm sitting at a red light. I don't know. I almost never like look to see what the person looks like or look to see what the person's doing, which is hilarious because I'm like sitting here thinking like, oh my God, everybody's looking at me for being on their phone. The only time, well, at least when I'm driving, I don't look into people's cars. But when I'm the passenger, so maybe I'm doing all my optics for the passengers that are driving past me. And if that's the case, then I get, God damn it, motherfucking cocksucker. This has been like such a weird session of driving. Because like normally where I turned on the podcast, we'd probably be at like the 35 minute mark, and I'm almost at work now, and right now we're at 23 minutes 37 seconds. And yeah, so we got here quick, but like it's been an annoying drive. Like it's open and then it's jam-packed, and then like I want it to just be consistent because it doesn't make sense to me when things just get log jammed for no reason. Like if it's open, then it's open. If it's log jammed, then it's log jammed. How is it log jammed and then open at the same time but different places? I don't. Like right now, because these people. All right, guys. So coming up at work. I mean, I'm gonna keep it on to see if there's parking in the lot. There's not gonna be, because everyone's gonna be at fucking work today, but I'm gonna let you guys hear my reaction. It's been such a pain in the ass parking the last couple months because they started doing construction on the adjacent streets of my office, and in those streets were just big parking streets. So now everybody just parks on the street that I used to park on. Let's see here. What do we got here? Come on, get me up there. Come on, get me up there, coach. That's such a tease. Yeah, so parking's been such a pain in the ass. I've been honestly just going in early. I'm getting, right now it's 8 o'clock. I've been getting here at 8 typically. When I first started, for the first couple months, I was getting there at 9. But the drive was just fucking miserable, dude. The drive today took 50 minutes, a little under an hour. And before, when I was leaving at 7:45, 8, the drive was consistently taken. Fucking hit that pothole hard. You cocksuckers distracted me. The drive was taken over an hour, easily. Hour 15, hour 20. What do you guys think? Do I roll the dice on the lot? Okay, the street's wide open. Let's roll the dice on the lot. What do you guys say? Let's do it. Come on. This is the goddamn game we play. Every time. Unless I get here stupid early. I don't roll the dice on shit, because I know. Come on. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, boys, we got parking. That's honestly incredible, because, okay, I'm going to leave you guys here to park. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Heathenistic Hell Ride, the Diaries of a Distracted Driver chapter era. The Diaries of a Distracted Driver season, part 1. Who knows? Actually, I just parked while I was doing the outro. I just slammed that parking job too. God, I'm the best at everything.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Fucking Colonel, come, who the fuck else do you think it is?
an inmate at Florida Correctional Institution. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse, you may start the conversation now.
What's up, cocksuckers? I'm back, baby. I'm on the ride home, so I'm just gonna tag it on because the first one was 20 minutes or something. I believe. I'll tell you what. This might be a better mood podcast because I'm in a better mood than when I was driving here. When I'm driving to work, I'm going to work. It's oh, this fucking sucks. And I'm coming home from work. I'm hey, still kind of sucks. I'm sitting in the hottest car. AC is turned off. Yes, dude. Oh, on the expressway, a truck smashed into a SUV, and they're dead stopped. I'm not on the expressway. Yes, dude. People don't know how to merge, but that pisses me off. But it doesn't matter because I'm in a good mood. Yes. Yeah, I don't really have too much to rant about. Let's see what I can see. What can I see? Some billboards. Some pretty run-of-the-mill billboards. I mean, I know. I don't remember what podcast. I've been getting. Hey, these podcasts have been blending into each other. They really have. Okay, guys, hold on. I got a protein shake in one hand. I got my phone in the other. I'm trying to drive. I guess I'm just not gonna change lanes. What an amazing podcast I'm recording for you guys right now. I don't think I explained it in the first half. So me and Jake are going to be doing bi-weekly podcasts, the Jake and Kevin Show. Have you heard of it? Bi-weekly. That means they come out every other week. So if you're doing the math at home, and I know you are, that's like Kevin. That's a week where we're not getting content. You're not getting content. What's this? What's this then? And then also, if you're just on Spotify, or if you're just on Apple, if you're just on Google Podcasts, or if you're just on whatever other Aldi brand podcast host I put it on, but it should just be Spotify or Apple, or maybe Google, but also just Spotify or Apple. But you haven't checked out the YouTube channel yet, check out the YouTube channel, because guess what? Me and Jake are going to start doing the TikTok gauntlet like that we tried to do in the first episode, but I fucked it up. If you've already listened to episode 20 of the Jake and Kevin Show, which I know you have, me and Jake are going to start doing TikTok gauntlets as its own separate entity, because we realized that that probably wasn't the best medium for that. It's probably better as its own thing, because it's not an audio friendly thing, and I know a lot of people want to listen to this with audio, and that's pretty cool. And the TikTok gauntlet was a kind of a video heavy thing. I think we'll still have some sort of video component. So if you're listening to a Jake and Kevin Show episode, and we bring up a video, and you're like, wow, I really wish I could see that, head on to the YouTube. Head on to the YouTube, guys. Or I don't know. Maybe we'll clip the video part so you can just watch the video clips. Well, we're still figuring it out, obviously. It's been a mess. It really has. But we're trying to figure everything out. We have a lot of it's just like the podcasts are very much a symbol of me and Jake, where we have a lot of things that are tangled up, and a lot of tangents, and a lot of loose ends that need to be tied. And it seems like it's chaos, and it seems like it's impossible to get everything in order, but by the end of the show, we wrap it up, put a little bow on it. So hopefully by the end of the year, or honestly, yeah, by the end of the year, hopefully a lot of things that we're working on will kind of start to make sense, kind of start to come to fruition. If you guys are listening to this, we haven't plugged in on the Jake and Kevin Show. I don't know why. Or the Jake and Kevin Network, the Jake and Kevin Do. Check out Jake's product, Crease Crushers. This podcast is brought to you by Crease Crushers. Crease Crushers is a charcoal-infused foam that is used to keep your shoes fresh inside and out. I think that's one of his taglines. Pretty much, it's just like a shoe insert that you can put in your shoe, like when you take them off, and it's antimicrobial, so it'll eliminate a lot of that odors. It's moisture wicking, so that'll help with like the odor and the bacteria. And then also, it's made out of a stiff foam, so it'll help keep the shape of your shoe, so like your shoe, like once you start to wear it in, it won't really cave in on itself. So it's a cool product. Right now, as of the last week of July, it is still in testing, but I believe if you go to creasecrushers.com, you will be able to sign up and get a discount code for a pre-order coming down the line. And you know what? If you do it, I don't know what the pricing is going to be, but if you do it, you're helping out me and Jake. I mean, I can't really speak for Jake. I'm sure, like, I'm sure that he wants to make money on this. So obviously buy at least one pair so Jake can make some money on this. But for the most part, me and Jake are just doing these kind of things because we would just want to see if we can do them. It's the whole point of Jake and Kevin do, you know. We want to do things that we're interested in. I feel like Jake is kind of this way. Me and Jake are very similar, guys. If you haven't picked up on this, but one thing that is just like I'm very particular about is if I get an idea in my head, I need to get it into a tangible form. I need to get it into at least a prototype, at least like a mock-up. Like if I like, I'm trying to think. I mean, the podcast was one of them. Like the podcast, like we should start a podcast, and like you can see the first episode. That's a mock-up, baby. And now look where it is. I mean, we're dropping audio left and right, and we losing recordings, but we're learning. We're gonna get in the full swing of things. But yeah, there's a lot of things like I mean, it probably didn't get the appreciation, or it probably didn't get enough appreciation compared to the amount of effort I put into it. But there was a YouTube short that I made, and I think it's on Instagram too, and on TikTok or whatever. Check out our TikTok. I always forget. It's like the Jake and Kevin show Kanye edit, and dude, that video took me a lot of time. But it was like one of those things where I was like, I had the vision in my head, and I just needed to see it through. So that's what we're kind of doing here. I mean, these podcasts is just like so low budget, so low maintenance. I just like doing them. But like stuff like the Jake and Kevin show, where we're gonna start adding like a visual component to it. We're gonna start adding challenges and bits and different things. Who knows? Maybe guests. I know we teased guests. We got to get the guests on. We might add another podcast separate from me and Jake to the Jake and Kevin Do Network. Jake and Kevin Do Network tonight. Jake and Kevin DONT. Never mind. What a lame joke. Yeah, and now also while I was talking to you guys, I've been sitting in the fucking slow lane, getting passed up like a chump. So you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. I mean, if you think I didn't know what to talk about in the first one, I really don't know what to talk about in this one. I honestly have no idea. Let's see if I can get a lifeline from anything. God damn it. I'm not interesting. This isn't good. Oh my God, I honestly, you know what? I'm just gonna talk about how I have nothing to talk about. And the more that I talk about it, I'm just gonna keep getting madder and madder. Madder than shit. Okay. Yopper just drove right past me. They got bigger fish to fry, I guess. Because that was pretty general egregious. That's a callback. That's a callback to 8 hours ago. Took a week off the gym, guys. My brother got sick with COVID, and he obviously couldn't go to the gym. And I was around him the whole time, so I was like, I don't want COVID. So I was kind of staying away from the gym. I was kind of just working out at home, doing some like small stuff. But the last 3 days, we hit the gym decently hard, try to get back into it. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting for some reason to just like get back into the gym. It's probably been like around 10 days. Oh my god, it was brutal. Like strength. I mean, I was amazed. My strength was gone. My strength was gone. I mean, like a month ago, I was squatting 225 for 10, and honestly, I mean, like I could have pushed it, but it was a task to squat 185 once. My knees are achy, like my back, and then just I don't everything, dude. It's I think it's one is not going to the gym. Two, it's like the sedentary lifestyle that kind of like our world is now, where I mean, forget about like working from home, just like working in general. Unless you're a blue collar boy, unless you're blue collar Billy grabbing a beer at the bar with your bros, after breaking your balls at work, um, I'm sitting all day long. I'm sitting all day long, and then I come home, and then I sit all night long. So like my back, my knees, my pussy, and my crack has been really taking a hit. Unbelievable. Another shameless plug. If you guys are interested in video games, if you guys like watching video games, I have another channel under titled Gooch Squad. Now, the Gooch Squad was supposed to be a video gaming entity, a video gaming Justice League, a video gaming Avengers, as you like to imagine it, where it'd be me, Jake, my brother, my friend Ryan, my friend Nick, my friend Matt, my friend Jack, everybody, and we were just gonna do video games. We were gonna do a whole bunch of. We're gonna put like podcasts on it. It was gonna be what we wanted the Jake and Kevin network to be, and neither of them are because I can't see things to fruition. I contradicted myself. Crash car off into a dynamite truck. Um, no, if you guys, so it was supposed to be a video game entity where we would all edit videos and post them up, and it would just be like a hub for video game, video, video gaming creations. Um, but the only person who ever stuck to it was me. So it's pretty much just if you want to see me play video games with my friend Jim and sometimes my brother and sometimes someone else, but mostly Jim. Check out Gooch Squad, GUCH Squad on YouTube, and we just put up a video. I mean, when I'm recording this is probably not going to come out for a while, but this is yeah, just binge everything on there. Binge all the good ones. Binge like I have mostly shorts on there, just like clips. But binge all the long form videos. I mean, I think I'm pretty proud of those. They're pretty cool stuff. It's pretty funny. Whatever. Um, but yeah, video games. The motivation behind that, because I have a motivation behind everything. I want to have a purpose for everything. The motivation behind the Gooch Squad channel was that we like playing video games, but I started to not like playing video games because I saw it as a waste of time, and it's such a waste of time. Like you really get no benefit out of it besides maybe a boost to your. I will say this: anybody listening right now, if you want to have a reaction time off with me, I will absolutely blow you out of the water. I will absolutely blow you out of the water. My reaction time is peak performance, but that's really all I have. Other than that, waste of time. So I wanted to find a way to make video games less of a waste of time. So I said, hey guys, if we're going to be playing video games for 4 hours a night, we might as well try to like make it entertaining and make it cool and maybe like make something out of it, maybe like make a name for ourselves. And everyone's like, yeah, that's a good idea. And after like a month, everyone stopped except for me, and then I stopped, and then I started, and then I stopped, and then I started. But that's just how life goes. Um, I'm trying to think. So right now, everyone listening, the millions of people listening, try to, and you don't have to answer out loud because I won't be able to hear you. One because this is really just an audio file that's being played through the internet, but two because this was recorded probably a month before you're listening to this. Um, think to yourselves, why do you do things? Because I always try to think about when I do something, why do I do it? And like, I mean, this is a tale as old as time in the Jake and Kevin Do Network. The Jake and Kevin Do Network tonight. Wait, no, we killed that. You gotta think about like the reasons you're doing things, or like try to think about the if you're doing something involuntarily. Try to really get in the nooks and crannies of it. Try to think about it. I don't know. It seems like it seems like people nowadays they feel like if I don't see an instant benefit from this, if I do something and it doesn't earn me this amount of dollars, or if I do something and it doesn't get me this amount of this, then it's not worth doing. And it's just such a bummer because it almost feels like, I mean, I have all these cool ideas of things I want to do with my friends, but nobody wants to do anything because when we do it, this doesn't lead to X amount of that. And like they don't like I maybe it's I guess okay if they don't want to do it because it's not fun for them, it's not whatever. But I just don't. Okay, I guess we are gonna. It's like a. This is like a. I don't know what a sad version of a rant is because this isn't like a. I'm not angry enough to make this like an entertaining, angry rant. It's kind of just like a sad, depressing rant. So we're gonna pivot. Um, what I will say is instant gratification bad. Boo. Thanks, millennials. Millennials started instant gratification. Gen Z is a product of it. Boo. Uh, yeah. I'm the tip of the spear, Gen Z. I'm fine with that. Uh, you know what? I mean, okay. So I just thought about this now. Lie. I've been thinking about this for a while, but I'm gonna bring this up on the Jake and Kevin show. So this might be a reiteration of my ideas. But I've started, and like since like the last few years, I've started to lose my idea of vacations have been a little lackluster. Um, I just I don't get excited for a vacation the same way I used to when I was a kid. Maybe it's because if I go on a vacation, I have to plan the vacation, or like to a certain extent. And guys, I hate planning things. There's a direct correlation between planning something and how much the fun value decreases. And I'll take that to the bank. And dude, I don't want to figure out anything for a vacation. And I hate like those texts like, so what do you guys think the plan is? Like, what's everyone's plan? I just want somebody to say, hey, I'm going to Miami from September 31st to October 3rd. Here's the hotel I'm staying at. This is how much I paid. You're in or you're out. That's like the most ideal scenario, and it could be anywhere. You could say I'm going to Wichita, Kansas, from November 13th to November 17th. You in or you out. And you know what? I might be in. But if we have to sit around for 4 months and pussyfoot around and talk about, well, like, I don't know if I want to go to this hotel, or like, I don't know if, like, no, I'm out. I'm out. I don't need a vacation. I mean, I will have, I mean, the worst thing that's ever happened to somebody is the worst thing that's ever happened to them. Meaning that, like, the worst thing that I've experienced is the worst thing that I've experienced. So I don't, like, if you've gone through something worse, I feel like that stinks. I'm sorry for that, but I can't relate to that because I can only put it in terms of the worst thing I've experienced. So if the worst thing that I've experienced is getting too much sour cream on my Chipotle burrito, hey, sorry, that's the worst thing I've ever experienced. But what I was gonna say is, I feel like I've experienced a certain threshold of stress that is probably a prolonged period of intense stress that probably, I would venture to say, most people listening to this podcast haven't necessarily felt. And like, you may think like, oh, like, well, I have, and I'm sorry, because it sucks. But here's the thing, like, I never once was like, you know what will solve this? Going on vacation. I don't know why a vacation, like, I don't know, I don't understand like the idea of like going away to have fun. Why are we going away to have fun when we can have fun here, but we choose not to? Now, if we have fun here, and here could be anywhere, here could be here could be there, here could be anywhere. If we're not having fun here, what makes you think we're gonna have fun on vacation? Now, if we're having tons of fun here and like, hey, let's go have fun somewhere else, I'm all in. But we're not having fun here. We're doing nothing here. We're being boring here. So now let's go be boring for $1,000 somewhere else on a beach. No, that's not how things work. Do you understand? And yeah, I know that you do. Like, you can't. There's no switch. There's no switch. People think there's switches in life. Oh, when I'm 30, I'll turn it on. Oh, when I'm no. There's no switch. There's no kids. There's no adults. Okay, everybody's the same. There's no switch. Nothing flips. There's no weekend. There's no weekdays. There should be no switches in your life. Don't think about life like that. Here's the rant. That's like another thing. Like, we plan for the weekend. You're living for the weekend. No, if you're not having fun on the weekdays, and fun doesn't have to be going out and drinking. You can have fun doing anything. It's just your fun. But if you're not having satisfying fun during the weekdays, then you're putting too much pressure on the weekends to have fun. And guess what happens when you put too much pressure to have fun? You don't have fun. Fun there's no You can't have fun because of pressure. You can't have fun by proxy. You can't have forced fun. Have you ever heard of forced fun? No. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? There's no switch. You can't flip a switch to have fun. You're either